So what we're going to do is, the first thing in installing this is we're going to bring the motherboard over here like this. We're going to put it on the side. Okay, we're going to put our motherboard on the side. And what I want to do now is this. Before installing this, I'm going to put this over here like this. I'm going to take this over. They give you a free screwdriver. This is the last thing I didn't show you. But they give you a free Phillips head screwdriver in case you can't reach. When you put it on, it's long, it's like this. It's going to be like this, and you need to tighten these screws. So you might not have a screwdriver that is long enough. So they give you a free one. It's pretty cool. So the first thing I want to do is, again, you ground yourself underneath the desk like that. And you see the processor here, but these things right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those have to be taken out. So we're going to have to take those out right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw them out right now. So I'm going to go over here. Actually, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in right there. So these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, has to be taken out. So because there's a back plate that we have to deal with right here. All right, so now let's put this down. And I'm going to unscrew these. I'm going to hold a part of the motherboard. I kind of and again, we're always looking at our instructions. Because remember, we went to installing the CPU? That's done. Now we're installing the CPU fan and heatsink. I mean, I'm not really looking at this, but basically it says we got to take those two things out I'm showing you, removing them, and then we're going to add our heatsink. So basically that's the next step. So that's what we're doing right now. I kind of don't like that one. I kind of like this better. I just think this thing is better. It's faster. My iFixit toolkit. See, I got one more. There we go. Now that's removed, okay? So I want you to see this right here. Remember, you better touch something metal. I lift this up, and now you see there's holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's holes because the back plate has been taken out. Okay? Back plate is taken out. I want you to see, to show you this. I'm going to put it back in. Okay, if I can do this right. I'm going to put it down. Again, I want to thank you for really purchasing this product. I really feel it's going to help you. And it's more than just watching this, it's communicating with me. Because if you communicate with me, it's just going to make it better, because you can see that I'm an honest teacher that will help you. I will help you on this. I will communicate, whether it's by phone, whether it's by Skype, whether it's by FaceTime, or the new Google way too. So here we go. Enough of that. Okay, we got those panels off. And now we're going in this bag. We're going to use these tools right here. See this? We're going in this bag right here. I'm going to open up the bag. You might ask, Carl, why are we opening up the bag? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm reaching in and I'm selecting the gray. I'm going to select these gray ones. They have some white ones too, but I don't really have a white case. It's not going to match right. Okay, if you want to make your case crazy, that's fine. But I'm going to select the gray because it matches the motherboard. See, gray, gray, grayish blue, but it's gray. So I'm going to make sure, let's see here. I'll put one here on top of them. And what you're doing is they have some stuff that's pointing out, sticking out. You're just going to put the circle right here on here. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting the circle on, just like this. Okay, maybe I want to flip it. I don't know. It's all the same thing to me. Doesn't really matter. Okay. No. I have the two metal brackets. Here they are, the two metal brackets. Now, it might be a little blurry. I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to get the best as possible. So you got these two little metal brackets. This is going to be the support for your fan. So I'm going to take this, and it says, if you go close, it'll tell you. It says this side up. It says it right there. So I'm going to go this side up. I'm going to put it here. I'm trying to get it right. And then I'm going to use these 4 screws to screw them in, those brackets, okay? So we're going to do one at a time. So what I'm going to do is maybe we'll take this one first. I'm going to take it, maybe screw it in. I don't want to screw it tight. I just want enough that they're in. So I'm going to take the other one. It doesn't seem like they're lining up, but maybe I can, maybe if I move this one. I know what to do now. You got to put it like this. And I got to put it. Just line them all up. Okay, I took that one. There we go. Now, I still want them loose because I want everything perfect. So then we'll take the other one. It seems like you got to put them on the inside. It seems like you got to put this you got to put both those screws on the inside. One here and one here as opposed to the outside. It's not going to mount right. So I take the other one. There we go. Okay, I don't want to. I want to screw these down a little bit more. I don't want to make them too tight. There we go. So you see what I did? I screwed them in. So first I put this thing down. I lined them up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I put screws in. Then I put the bracket on. And then I put the screw in. So that's what I did. So now that's all done. So now what I want to do is I want to move this over like this. And let's bring back the Noctua fan. Oh, so what I want to do is I want to take these fans off temporarily. The reason why I want to do that is I need to be able to mount this fan on the motherboard properly. And with these fans here, I can't really do that. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this thing right here. I hope I don't want to bust it. That seems like one went over there and just one went over there. So that's off. I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to do this with the same. I don't know why. Maybe I got to click the other one first. There we go. I'm going to put it over there. I'm going to put this here. Then I'm going to move this back. Now here's the thing. I'm going to get some of this Noctua NT-H1 thermal paste. Okay, we're going to do that right now. So we're going to take this off. First of all, you got to take off, you got to take off this little cap. So I'm going to go in the middle, and everyone debates how to do this. I'm just going to take some, and I'm going to make a dab right in the middle like that. I think that's enough. I'm going to put my cap back on. And then what I'm going to do is I got to take off this bottom plastic part. I'm going to take it off. So it's off. You got to take it off, okay? Make sure there's no debris, Okay. Then I'm going to line it up. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to line it this way. So this part's this way, and this part over here is this way. So you line it up like this. Then this side is hollow in here. It's hollow. It's open. It's open here. It's open here. And it's open here. So I'm just going to take those and line it up. There's a bump here and there's a bump there. I'm going to line them up like this. And this is where this screwdriver is going to come through. See, this is going to work out fine, because if I just had this, it would be more of a pain, because it's too tiny, and that's why they give you this. That's why they give you this, because this is too small. I got to go my hands in front of here so it can focus. That's why they give you this as opposed to this right here. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm trying to screw it on. You know what I want to do first, though? You know what I want to do first? I kind of want to tighten up the other ones. Hold on. Let me... You got the paste there. I kind of want to tighten this up first. I'm going to put this upside down like this. And then, see, we all want to be careful. I want to tighten these up more. There we go. There we go. There we go. All tighten. Now, let's do this again. Now, I took that. We took the cooler. We lined it up. Now what I'm going to do is tighten this. Going to make sure it's actually on. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening. So we want to tighten one side and then we want to tighten the other one. Okay, so we still want to gently, now that we've configured, you got to be careful about the screws here and the screws here. I'm almost done. You got to gently tighten this so they stop. So I'll tell you what I'm doing right here. See, if I move it like this, you can see the screw right here. And I'm tightening it till it stops. Okay, it stopped. So you don't overdo it because you can ruin the CPU and the fan and all that. So I'm going to go over here. Now you kind of want to just glide / pick up. I want to do the same thing. I tighten these first a little bit so they wouldn't get off screwed. It's a little tricky. So if you guys have trouble doing these two things, let me know. It should be fairly easy. So I'm tightening it. Again. Okay. All done. I'm not going to force it. So what I want to do is I want to move it over here like this again. And notice I have protective static mat, anti-static mat. It's just protecting the motherboard and everything. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put back these Noctua fans. So what I'm going to do is, here's the trick. Here's the thing on the fans. I'll show you the fan right now. Okay, this is the fan right here. All right, so the fan is like this. Wherever you see this label right here, wherever you see the label, the air is blowing out the, it's going this way. It's going this way. Okay, it's going this way. It's going this way. Okay, so if the label's down, the air's going this way. If the label's up, it's going this way. If it's over here, it's going this way. Okay, that's the simple thing so you don't get confused. So when I put it back on, I think these headers go like this. Yeah. If I take it, I'm going to put the fan back. I line it up. I line it up. Okay, the fan is good. So I'm looking for, oh, there's the CPU fan header. Boom. Okay. So now I take this one. See these right here? I don't know why it's, okay. See these two things right here? These two brackets? Well, they're going to go around here too. But I want the fan, like I said, I don't want the heat going back into this fan. So this thing has to be put like this. So this thing has to be put like this. Yeah, I think this is the way it's supposed to be go. So it's going to go one direction, I believe. So here we go. So I'm going to put this fan on like this, and the air is going to go this way to this way. So it's going to go this way to this way. So I'm going to line it up. I'm going to use this bracket here. That's not good enough. I got to really stretch it. There we go. You got to really stretch the bracket. There you go. Okay, now it's good. And now I have room for my memory. Okay, so now that both the fans are connected to this, we screwed them on and we put both the fans on. This is what we want now. We're going to use this. This is the Y cable. I always have to do this so it focuses. So what happens is, this is the fan header right here. We're going to go to the motherboard and look for the CPU fan header, which I already found, and then we're going to plug the two fans into it. So I found the fan header. It says, this says CPU fan, and I'll bring it up. I'll pick it up. I don't want to do this, but I got it. Okay, so if we go over here, right here, this thing right here says CPU fan. So I zoomed in on the motherboard. So I zoomed in, and now we're looking for the CPU fan header right there on the motherboard. So I found it. If you see the words, it says CPU fan right here, and it's right next to actually our main fan. So if I zoom out, here's our fan again. See? And I zoom in, There's our CPU fan, and it's, well, we could use either one actually. There's a CPU fan 1 and there's a CPU fan 2, but they recommend you using this Y adapter if you can. It's just easier. So I'll go to CPU 1. I guess I can go right here. You can use either this one. This is CPU fan 2. This is CPU fan 1. So I can take the Y. I could put this in fan 1. Here's the pins. See, it's just 4 little pin prongs and a little sliver right here. And they have 4 pins right down here. So I could just take this right here, snap it in like that. But then it's right next to the fan. I don't like that. Let's take it right here. I'm going to use CPU fan 2. I'd rather use this one. And then I'm going to zoom out once I have the Y connector here. We're going to plug these both in. You plug this one in here. Plug that one in there, like that. And so now they're both plugged in. And that's it. We have, so if we zoom out, we have effectively installed our CPU cooler. It's an air cooler, obviously. The Noctua NH-U12A. And it's huge. Look how big that is right now. Very big. Let's go all angles. Very big. All right. Right here, we're going to take this header. I'm going to put it right here. Right there like that. And then I'm going to take these 2 fans and connect them. So I'm going to connect this fan. And then I'm going to connect this fan. So I'm going to try to. Okay, so all that's done.